Hi, I'm Donna Zielinski, a visual artist from Montreal, Canada. My academic background. I have a Bachelor of Arts degree, although I am entirely self-taught as an artist. I began experimenting with oil painting at the age of 18. I watched Bob Ross on TV. He painted canvases quickly, in about an hour. My goal then was to complete a beautiful canvas, and quickly. That was my take on his show. My studies of both watercolor and graphite began about 8 years ago. It was then that I brought realism into my works. I see the world in light and shadow, muted and vibrant palettes, flat and bright light, brush strokes and blurred lines. My biggest artistic influence has been and still is a self-taught artist that I followed about 12 years ago on Twitter. His impact on my work is immeasurable. As for the masters, Van Gogh, Sisley, a Canadian named John Little, Ton Thompson from the Group of Seven, Peter Kroyer, a Danish artist, all very different styles one from another, and yet all hugely influenced my journey as an artist. My current focus is a curated collection in large oils of Canadian wildlife. Dramatic backlighting and dark backgrounds make the animals take on a larger-than-life presence on the canvas, while at the same time granting them somewhat of a surreal status. There are so many significant challenges being an artist today, some that don't necessarily come to mind when thinking of challenges. Example, digital art, AI art. But my biggest personal challenge has been seeking out and being granted gallery representation. This has been a real tough challenge for me. One piece of advice that I would give my younger self would be to experiment more with both mediums and technique. I didn't do any of that while I was young. I just followed the Bob Ross approach, thinking that that was the only style and technique for me. I would also advise myself to practice daily. Any craft or talent is best honed with practice. I've experimented with soft pastel and oil pastel over finished canvases. That's unconventional for me. My studio is in the country, floor-to-ceiling windows, lakefront vistas. I keep the studio perfectly quiet when I'm painting so that I can hear the nature that surrounds me. Bird song, wind rustling in leaves, waves breaking on the lake, sometimes the sound of silence. Nature is art. Mother Nature, a master artist. By far the best reaction has been a jaw drop with a loud gasp and cusped hands over the mouth. Yep, that was the best one. I want my art to speak to its audience, to be evocative, to generate reactions that may not be expected. Example, I just completed a large oil painting of a mama bear and her cub. It's dramatically lit and composed in an unconventional way. I don't give it away in this piece, but the feeling when looking at it is astoundingly gentle. That's what I want people to feel. You can see all my current work at www.donnazielinski.com, on Twitter at Donna Zielinski A, and on Instagram at Donna Zielinski Artist. Thank you so much for listening.